Hey, what's up, guys? This is my second leg workout that I do. Like I said, I showed you guys the first one that I usually do because I do 2 leg workouts in 1 week. So the first one that you saw in my previous vid was kind of like the squats and the hack squats, and this one starts off with. Sometimes I usually start off with sumo deadlifts. This time I just started off with front squats. So here's me going through my front squats, and man, I tell you, tonight, I don't know what it was, but tonight was probably the one of my first workouts of this whole prep, where I actually just kind of felt um wow, I'm dieting. I'm actually kind of like feeling a little like kind of beat up, and like strength wasn't nearly as strong as I usually feel. So I was kind of surprised. Like, this is just 225 on here for my front squats that I used for my working sets. I did sets of 8, but I'm like, usually that's pretty easy for me. But tonight, like, it was like, oh my gosh, like, I mean, yeah, it looks pretty easy on the screen right here, but doing it, I was kind of like, holy shit, a little bit heavier than I'm used to feeling it. But like I said, I guess I can't complain. I mean, like I said, I'm 9 weeks out tomorrow, and this is really the first workout where I've kind of felt kind of like, it actually kind of hit me where I'm kind of like, not maybe at full steam, obviously. Usually, I've kind of gotten away with this whole entire prep of just pretty much feeling amazing and not really feeling like I'm dieting or feeling like my strength is taking a hit. But so like I said, not every workout's gonna be amazing. You're not gonna feel like a beast every workout. So tonight was just kind of one of those things where I just kind of, I kept my mind right, and I just wanted to make sure that I did, all of my sets with good form and technique, since this was more of a hypertrophy based workout. So, like I said, just keep that in mind. You're not always going to have amazing workouts in the gym, guys, especially through contest prep when your energy levels aren't as high. Okay, so here's moving on to sumo deadlifts. And one thing that I did try tonight that I've never done before is wear my squat shoes, my Addy Powers, while doing my deadlifts. I've seen a couple people do them, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try. It felt decent during these kind of like lighter sets, but once I got to my working sets, I don't know, it kind of felt a little bit off. I'm not sure if I'm going to stick with this. I usually felt better like doing deadlifts in my Vibram 5-finger shoes, or just my New Balances, because my New Balances are pretty kind of like kind of a flat-footed shoe too. So here's moving on to my working sets. This is just 405, which usually to me used to be like really, really, really light. And like I said, here I'm kind of like, whoa, this is a little bit heavier than it kind of hit me. I'm like, oh my gosh. Also, too, you got to remember, yesterday was my back day, and I did a couple sets of heavy rack deads up to 455 pounds. So I don't think that was helping my case for these deadlifts today. But like I said, today was more of a hypertrophy focus day, so I wasn't really concerned about trying to hit any like PRs or anything like that. It was just, like I said, I'm just kind of getting a good moderate weight, getting my work done, and then getting out. Alright, and here's something else I did for you guys. Somebody made a request. These are those dumbbell Romanian deadlifts that I filmed in my first leg workout video. Somebody said that to post a angle from the side, I think, which is a good idea, because you guys can kind of see. I told you guys to emphasize on making sure that you don't round your back. So you're kind of seeing here me, I'm stopping right before my back rounds. So here's me going into a working set. So watch, right, and then bam, back up. You're not seeing any type of, like I said, if my back was to round and then when I'd pull up, it'd be more of my low back would be emphasizing the movement, not my hamstrings. So doing it like this, like I said, as soon as I push back there, it's that you get that great stretch in the hamstrings, and then back up. So like I said, it takes as much low back out of the movement and puts the load directly on the hamstrings. Like I said, I love this movement. This is like my my bread and butter for hamstrings. And like I said, I'm still rolling with that with those plates on the toes thing. I mean, I don't know if it's, like I said, maybe it's in my head, but I do feel like it just gives me a little bit better, a little stretch when I'm pulling back. So, like I said, one of those things that it's worth trying. If you like it, great. If you don't, just stick to hey, get the hell out the way. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, he figured it out there. I think I did sets of I think 10 to 12 with these. I kept it pretty light too. I think those were only like 100-pound dumbbells. Just focusing on a really good stretch and then a really good contraction at the top. All right, moving on to seated hamstring leg curls. I like this. I like these plate loaded machines. Kind of a hammer strength plate loaded machine. It's a nice kind of variation from that the single isolation leg curl that I did during the first leg workout that you saw. And this is just another one that I really try to, like, you notice, like, look at how long I'm holding that for. Like I said, I try to get a nice slow negative there, and I really try to squeeze the movement right at the top. This one actually felt really, really solid tonight. Nothing like a Friday night at the gym, guys. This was like one of my late workouts. I think by the time I got out of here tonight, it was like 10:30 at night. So while some of you guys were out partying or doing fun stuff, I was in here training legs. Try it though. I actually love this stuff. Right, so this was another working set. I think I added a 25 to the 45, and it's definitely for me a decent amount of weight on this machine. Like I said, too, I don't think there's any point on trying to max overload this machine where you're trying to use every muscle group in your body to to move the weight. Like I said, I think getting a good amount of weight on something like this, it's more of an isolation exercise, and really trying to emphasize on the negatives and the contractions and things like that. Especially for me, since hamstrings are a body part that were always lagging for me. I think that they're definitely a lot better now, and we'll get a better look at them when I get leaner. All right, so here is I kind of emphasized in my last video how I kind of like doing glute isolation movements. So here's one of the ones that I've been kind of throwing in that I like. It just kind of targets each side of the glute. So I'll usually do like 2 to 3 sets on this, and then I'll usually do, like I said, the if it's the abductor or the adductor machine, the one where you're pushing out. I like those two for my glutes as well, just to kind of, like I said, just do kind of an isolation exercise for them. But this is definitely one that feels, like I said, I get a really, really good kind of contraction at the top of this, where I really feel my glutes, isolating on this movement. Alright, moving on. This is my last exercise. Good old school, good old leg extensions. Oh, upstairs in this like freaking dark dungeon type area that we have up here at Gold's Gym in Spokane, Washington. Kind of sucks because it's like so dark, the lighting. Can't really see any detail or anything, which kind of sucks, but what do you do? But soon though, I hope to get some videos at a different gym here. Actually, pretty soon. I'm actually going to join a second gym. It's called Oz Fitness. I'm going to join that just to have a second membership. Just because I just love the sometimes, especially during a contest prep, keeping your motivation as highest. I just kind of like having a different gym for a different atmosphere, different people, different equipment, just to keep me just to keep my motivation as highest. They also have a better area for posing that I'll get some videos in. But yeah, I mean, pretty much with leg extensions, my main thing is just I try to keep my toes pointed up at the top of the movement. That's one thing that I kind of notice when I make sure my toes are pointed straight up. That it kind of helps kind of contract the quads better at the top there. Like I said, this is just these are just to me, these are just kind of like some finishing exercises. You never really see me go crazy heavy on these. Anyways, guys, I hope you're enjoying all the videos lately. Like I said, I've been having a great time ever since I got that new camera. I've been kind of on a roll with making these videos. Hope you guys are enjoying them. All right, have a good night.